Hey guys, what's up? It's Denise Salcedo. Welcome back to the channel. I am very excited to welcome you, the very talented Amelie Anstett. She is a dancer and actress. You may have seen her on Chicken Girls. Amelie, thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
You know, I gotta say, just like talking to you just like a few seconds, off air, I love your personality. You seem like such a fun person.
Oh, thank you so much. I love yours too. You seem like so much fun.
Thank you. I was watching your YouTube video, the one about what people might think about you, that video. I couldn't stop laughing at some of your answers. You were like, it was just such a cute video. I loved it.
Oh, I love it. I have not watched that video in so long because I kind of made it a while ago before I started getting even like into all this, and I can't even imagine what I said. It was probably hilarious.
It was so funny. I was like dying. I was like, oh my God, this video is hilarious. And it was just really like, really cool introduction to your personality. But seriously though, congratulations on your role of Sadie in Chicken Girls. Tell us a little bit about how that came about for you.
Yeah, so playing Sadie is like such an honor, and it was honestly something that was so unexpected. They contacted me and said, like asked me, would you like to play Sadie? And had me, of course, audition and everything. And it was super last minute audition. I was actually flying to Spain, and I was out there, and suddenly my phone, I finally get Wi-Fi, and I'm like looking through it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like my manager had called, my mom called, like everyone called, and I was like, ah! And they were like, you only have an hour to submit this audition. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I have to get it done. And I've been watching Chicken Girls, of course, and been a fan of so many of the kids on it. And I was like, this would be such a cool opportunity. So I learned the lines really fast and did a really quick self-tape. And it honestly was not my best one. So I was kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I always just hope for the best and kind of let it off and put out the good energy. And a week later, I got contacted by my manager and they said I booked it. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I was over the moon. It was so surreal.
So it's kind of like, you went out there and you just thought like, okay, I just did like, okay, but I think your personality like really shined through in that video. And that's probably why they called you back. Were you already a fan of Chicken Girls prior to this, or were you new to this world?
I was definitely like new of the show and thought it was so cool and so fun. So I was definitely a fan of it. Not like super, like some of the fans get so involved, which I love so much. And like, they're all around the world. It's so cool. But I definitely knew about it and knew a lot of the kids. I was definitely fans of them. So it was really, really cool. And now we're all such good friends, which is crazy. Life works like that.
What is the Chicken Girls fan base like? Like, what sort of feedback did you get from all of the fans? Like, what was that like? Like, putting out your episodes and then seeing them and getting the fan reactions. How was all of that for you?
It was so crazy because, as you probably know, Sadie is the mean girl in the show, which is super, super fun because definitely is like way different from how I am in real life, like beyond. So it's so cool to kind of tap into that mean girl side. And the fans definitely kind of reacted. They were like, who is this girl? Like, why is she being so mean? And I totally understood that. So it was really cool kind of to come together with Annie and the other castmates and like show that that's not at all how I am in real life and kind of got to connect with the fans more on a one-on-one friendship type of basis, because that's how I like to be with them. Like I like to think of them as like internet friends all over the world. And so they kind of got to know me for who I actually am. And then the reaction started becoming really, really sweet. And they were all so supportive. And it was really amazing. I was surprised because I didn't know how it was going to go. I was like, are they going to hate it or love it? Like, I don't know. So it was really nice to get all that positive feedback.
And I think playing the mean girl is always the funnest, don't you think? Because you get to just really step outside your comfort zone, but like really see what you got in there.
Exactly. And it was so cool because you literally become a totally different person. And it was really cool to kind of experience that because it's not like I would ever do that in real life. So that's what I also love about acting is you get to just tap into these people that you would never think that you would ever get to tap into.
And this was one of your first major roles. So what kind of confidence did that give you? And what was it like being on set? What were some of the things that you learned or you were maybe surprised by? What was that experience like?
Walking in, I honestly had no idea what to expect. So many of the kids are such huge inspirations to so many kids around the world. So I was like, whoa, like, how are they going to be? How's the crew going to be, cast and everything? And I walked on and it was like so humbling, and so everyone was so welcoming and like introduced themselves right away. And it was honestly what I think is so amazing about the Brat TV set is that everyone is so open and it runs so smoothly, which was really, really cool. I walked on and it was so easy. Everyone knew their lines, everyone knew what was going on, and we all just like got to hang out. We all messed around and made some funny videos, and we all like hung out after set too. But on set it was super easygoing. I think I learned that it's definitely nice to kind of just go with the flow and kind of see how things roll.
I like that. I like that you say like everyone knew their lines. We just went in there, we did our job. But you mentioned you guys played some game shots and videos, outside of when you guys weren't shooting. Like, tell us a little bit about the relationship between you and the rest of the cast members.
Yeah, for sure. So when I walked in, it was like literally like we became friends instantly, like a lot of us, and which is crazy because there's a lot of teens on the show, and like there's a lot of main roles on the show too. So coming in as Sadie, who's a main character, I was like, whoa, like so excited. And Hayden Summerall, who plays my boyfriend on the show, TK, we became really good friends right away, and we still talk all the time and hang out all the time. I haven't been able to go out to LA right now just because of Corona and everything, but very soon I'm very excited because I'm friends with so many of them. We all like to just do things offset, and when we were on set too, we would like take naps and just like do TikToks and literally all these just funny normal teenage things because we're all just normal teens that are lucky enough to get to do stuff like this too.
That's so cool. I really love, like, it feels really positive, like everything that you guys got to do. And, getting to, your on-screen, boyfriend, Hayden, what was that like, having an on-screen boyfriend and just, having to like work off that chemistry? What was that like? Was it awkward for you in the beginning? Was it easy to get comfortable?
It was definitely something that was so different because I've done, roles and stuff, of course, but I never really like had to have such a boyfriend, especially Hayden. He's definitely, a lot of people know who he is and stuff. So walking on, I was what I called like nervous and excited. But I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't know how this is going to be. Like, I don't know if he's going to be nice or anything. And right away, I remember I was like sitting down in a little chair, like looking through my script, and he like came up and he was like, "Hi, I'm Hayden." And I was like, I like wasn't ready, and I was like, "Oh, like hi, I'm Amelie." Like, I wasn't ready to like meet him, and then we just kicked it off right away, and the chemistry kind of flowed in. Of course, like it's a little bit awkward at first, just because you meet someone that day, and then you have to go and hold hands with them and kiss them, and it's like funny like that. But now we talk all the time and are such good friends, and he's such a genuine person, which I love about him.
That's really cool. What's it like working with Annie, with Hayden? I mean, sorry, not Hayden, Hayley. What was, especially because they're very, very popular. So what was that experience like?
Well, it's so cool because, like I said, you don't really know the kids. So you don't know how they're going to be. And when they have such a big following and they inspire so many other kids, I walked on kind of not knowing how they were going to be. And they were just so welcoming and so sweet. And Hayley is just, I mean, something I love about her is, even at such a young age, like she's so little still, but she's so into her skin already and kind of already knows who she is, which is so cool. She's like a little old soul, and I'm connected with her so well, and became such good friends. And then Annie too. I mean, I walked on and I really didn't know how much we were gonna get to hang out. I knew our characters kind of had a lot of scenes together and stuff, but she was so sweet and so genuine and kind, and honestly like the sweetest person, just like any other kid. And everyone's just really normal. It's not like anyone has like big heads or anything. We're all on like the same level, even though we're not.
That's really great to hear, honestly. Did you have any favorite particular scenes that you loved, or maybe some that were challenging for you? Which ones were your favorite?
I bet my favorite scene was probably the football scene that we all did outside, because we all had so much fun, because we actually just got to play the game and kind of they filmed parts of it, even of us just messing around, and we all just like genuinely had a really good time. And for maybe hard scenes, none of them were really like hard, of course, but there's a little funny backstory to one of them where Annie and I are in the supply closet and it's just like one-on-one, us two. And it's funny because I'm a little bit taller than Annie. So in the scene, the whole time I was like in a squat, and no one knew that, of course, because you guys only see like from here up. But the whole time I was like, oh, like my legs were dying, and Annie and I were laughing so hard. And then the scene would start, and I'd have to be super mean, but meanwhile I was laughing like we were dying. It was so funny.
I can imagine having to be mean while you're squatting down. It sort of makes it a little bit more challenging.
For sure, but it went really, really good. But the outtakes of that are hilarious because we were just like literally would like stop the scene because we were laughing too hard. It's so funny.
That's so cool. And like, were you like, 'cause, you know, it's very interesting to me, like how big Chicken Girls is, you know, with the Brat TV series and all of that. Like, it's amazing. Like, you know, just seeing that they get millions of views. What do you think it is about Chicken Girls that that fans just love?
I really think what stands out so much about Chicken Girls is the fact that it's so real. Like the situations are really like what teens and tweens are going through, especially like this season and season 6, they put in so much that was real to like any teens going on, like maybe eating disorders or having trouble with friend groups or trying to fit into new friend groups, and kind of how any teen grows up. You all go through those phases where you get confused or you're like, what's going on? And I think something about Chicken Girls is that so many kids can relate to it. And I think that's what really sticks out about it. And especially too, that they're bringing on so many amazing social media influencers onto the show and having them act is really, really cool, because you get to see not only the friendships offline, but also in the shows and kind of how their characters develop and stuff.
Yeah, I like that you say that because, you know, when you're young, you're in a young age, you know, you're going through things, but you're not necessarily talking about it with your friends. I think the only reason you know if other people are going through it is if you're watching on a television show. So Chicken Girls is sort of shining a light, and maybe there might be some kids out there like, wait, what? Like, oh my God, I thought I was the only person going through this, but no, you know, so-and-so is going through this on the show. So that's really, really awesome. So now, you know, in terms of acting, what are some of your goals or some of the things that you still want to do to just kind of continue furthering along your acting career?
Yeah, for sure. Personally, for me, I feel like I'm just getting started. I have so many goals and so many things that I want to accomplish, but I'm also someone who's really big on just going with the flow and everything happens for a reason. So I just right now am working on everything. I have so many big projects that are coming up and that I already have gotten, and I'm so excited for them.
Oh, yay.
And stuff, but with Corona, all the filming got postponed, so I'm just kind of waiting and going with it because there's really nothing you can do, and I'm glad everyone's staying safe and everything. But for my goals, I'm just excited to keep going and seeing where things end up.
Well, I'm excited to see where you end up because I think this is very exciting. That way I can be like, yeah, I knew her. I talked to her when she was in Chicken Girl. So I'll be one of those ones to like ride your coattails when you like keep doing all of these awesome projects. But here's the thing about you though, is that you're getting into acting, you're doing all of this great work, but you also have this whole other talent that we need to get into, and that's dancing and acrobatics. I mean, I was watching your videos, and my favorite thing about watching you dance was your passion, your facial expressions that you do when you move. And I was just like very impressed with you, and all your pictures where you're doing these like acrobatic stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is so impressive, but this is just crazy to see that you can do all of this. Tell us a little bit about your dancing background, how you became to be such a great dancer.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. So how I got into acting was actually through dance and everything. I started dancing when I was 7 years old, and I was the type of kid who always loved being so active and tried all like soccer, gymnastics, swimming. Like I tried everything and nothing really stuck with me. I was like, I don't really love anything yet. And at 7, I was so lucky to be able to find my passion at such a young age. It doesn't normally happen. So I went into it, and I remember, I'll never forget, I went into the dance class, did it, and after I was like, I want to go back. I was like, I really like this. And the teachers actually right away and started inviting me to other classes and other styles of dance, and then they started asking me to like assist and stuff, and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. Like I love this so much. And that's kind of how I got started. And then when I was 12 years old, I wasn't really going into the industry yet. I was kind of just doing competition dancer and kind of just doing the studio dancing. And then at 12 years old, I got the amazing opportunity to dance with Justin Bieber. And that's what changed my life. Like he really opened so many doors and kind of got me to realize that this is like what I wanted to do with my life, and kind of kept going with that. So he opened so many doors, and that's how I really, really knew it was my passion.
So let's rewind a little bit, because it's not very easy to go up on stage and dance with Justin Bieber. So how did that opportunity come about, and what was the experience like in terms of like, you know, the training? How many performances did you get to do? Like what went into all of that?
Yeah, for sure. So basically what it was is, I mean, he was a kid in the industry just like me and so many others, and he kind of got to blow up as a kid influencer and singer, of course. And so I think what kind of happened is he wanted to give the same opportunity to kids just like him. So he went and did a YouTube contest where you had to learn a dance on YouTube, and then you had to do your own video doing the dance. And it was really funny because I saw it with my mom and I was like, oh, this would be so fun to do. You know, I was like, what are the chances? Like, I was like, I definitely won't get it. Like, so many kids, like thousands and thousands and thousands of talented, like super well-known kids were submitting. And I was like, well, I'm just going to submit it. Like, we'll see what happens. And I remember I did it like super last minute. Last minute. Wow, I can't talk. And I submitted it like 3 months late too, which was crazy. Like, it was super, super late. And I was like, there's no chance. But I was like, it's good to just kind of keep getting my name out there and kind of see what happens. And then I remember we were looking, and this was like months later. We kind of forgotten about the whole thing, and I had seen a few kids getting the email that they got it, and I was like, oh, Mom, like, did I get one of those? Like, what are the chances? And she was like, oh my goodness. And she was like, Amelie, like, like she like showed me, and I was like, stop, like, you're lying. Like, that's so mean. Stop messing with me. And then, like, I saw it was real, and, like, I started crying, and she started crying. And I was like, oh, my goodness, like, I'm so excited. And that's kind of how it happened. And it was, like, I mean, literally still to this day, I can't believe I got that opportunity. And a week later, I was dancing with him on stage at his concert. There was, like, 20,000 people in the audience, and there was only 3 other kids that got to do it with me. And still to this day, we're all such good friends. And he was honestly someone that, so of course a lot of people have like their own opinions on him and stuff, but he is so humble and so genuine. And he really gave me such good advice for being in the business. And I mean, he's such like a light in my life that like opened so many doors and helped me kind of find so many new ways of performing and everything.
You know, so I'm thinking back to, you know, how you got this, you know, role with Chicken Girls and, you know, how you got this opportunity to dance with Justin Bieber. And it seems to me like, you know, you're just really going out there and you're putting yourself out there and you're kind of seeing like what happens, what lands. And, you know, it's almost like it's definitely meant to be for you because you're getting these awesome opportunities. So that's just amazing. And I feel that, you know, if anybody's watching, you know, everybody who's watching this or, you know, wants to do some of the same things that you're doing, whether it be acting or dancing or whatever it is, it's really the message that I feel we're getting here is go for it because you just never know. And like you mentioned, you submitted the tape 3 months late and you still got this opportunity. So that's really awesome. So now, you know, you're on stage, you're dancing with Justin Bieber. There's 20,000 screaming fans. And I've seen Justin Bieber fans and they like lose their mind over him. So did it like freak you out just like seeing how much love could be directed at one person? And what was like the energy like on stage?
Oh my goodness. I remember, I will never forget the moment of dancing with him. I mean, it's something that's like, you probably would never forget anyways, but I walked up there and everyone always asked like, were you nervous? Were you scared? And I honestly was not nervous at all. I was just so excited and felt so honored that I had the opportunity that I went out there and I was like, just don't forget the dance and it'll be fine. Like, let's do this. And I mean, the feeling on there, like the rush of adrenaline when you're up on that stage and they're all screaming and like everyone's so happy in the audience. And I think you can just feel that energy and love from so far away. And it was just crazy. Like I felt just so like humbled standing up on that stage, getting to dance. And for him, like you said, like how one person can get so much love is like so amazing that so many people can kind of tap into that person's life and really understand how they are and work as a person, like fall in love with their passion so much is really, really cool.
Wow, that's honestly really incredible. How much time did you have to prepare for that dance? Like how much rehearsal went into that?
Literally, we went in that day, the day I got to perform with him, and we went on stage, went over the dance once. It's the same dance that we did in the YouTube video.
Oh, let's see.
Added a little bit more on, and we had never actually done it with the choreographer. So some of us were doing different moves, different legs, and so we went on, we rehearsed it maybe for like 30, 45 minutes, and just did it once on stage, and they're like, okay, you're right, that's what we're gonna do. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm ready. And then we got to go off, and that's when we got to talk with Justin, and he talked with us and like introduced himself, and we like got to become friends and stuff, which was so crazy. I remember I was like, is this happening right now? And it was really, really nice.
Do you remember your conversation with him?
Oh, for sure. He just talked so much to us about being a kid in the industry, you know, keeping your head on straight, knowing that everything happens for a reason. Again, he was just so sweet, and just we had normal conversations. And again, he's just a normal human just like all of us that just has a lot of fans.
You're like just a little bit different, right? Just a little bit.
He's talented too. He's, I mean, amazing.
So now, okay, I know we kind of talked about, your future goals and acting and all of that, but let's kind of throw it all into one pot. You have dancing, you have acting, and I'm sure you're still working and have your eye on set on so many other things. But what is sort of like your bucket list? Where would you like to, I mean, I know this is such a cliche question, but where would you like to see yourself in 5 years? Like, what's the ideal Amelie for you in 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Again, definitely my main goals, I don't like to always like put them out because I always feel like, you kind of have to keep them in your head and then just see what happens. But I think for me, I've always wanted to just go on and be able to do huge movies, TV shows, and I'm so grateful that I'm getting to already kind of do that. And that's really like exciting, super fun. I'm so excited for everyone to see what's kind of happening. But for me personally, just continuing to kind of stay in the business and staying on top of new projects. And then definitely with social media, I think it's something that's so cool that we've kind of gotten added to this generation. So I really want to be able to use that to spread positivity and like happiness to everyone and help people with their problems, like we said with Chicken Girls, like help people understand that everyone goes through these things and kind of be there to talk to them and not treat them so much as fans, but as more like friends that are, support me and just as much as I support them.
No, that's honestly awesome. I'm so excited for you, and I just can't wait to see like the projects that you're talking about and all of that awesomeness. So now, Amelie, we're going to go into the lightning round portion of this interview. So I'm going to ask you just 10 random questions, and you go ahead and answer them however you please. So let's go ahead and do this. Are you guys ready for lightning round with Amelie Anstett? Let's do this. Question number 1: what was your favorite snack on the Chicken Girl set?
Oh, this is so fun. My favorite snack was definitely gummies, which is so random, but I don't know why. They this set is so amazing. There's so much food everywhere. They treat us so good. And I remember I would always grab the gummies and everyone would be like, the gummies again? I'd be like, yep, the gummies again.
That sounds like when you said gummies right now, I was like, oh my God, that sounds really good. Actually, that's like the perfect snack.
Exactly. It's like chewy, sweet, but not too sweet. It was perfect.
Question number 2: what is your favorite style of dance?
Oh, I definitely don't think I can choose. Hip hop and contemporary, I mean, they're both completely opposite, but those are both definitely my favorite because contemporary, you can really express yourself or express someone's story or your own story, which I absolutely love. And then hip hop is something that gets people so hyped and excited. And I have so much fun doing all of them, though. And I literally do every style. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Question number 3: if you could be a backup dancer for any artist, who would it be?
Oh, honestly, I don't really know. I think anyone that kind of comes my way. Dancing for Justin was such a big, thing, and I would love to dance for him again. But I don't know, maybe J-Lo or there's so many. I literally can't choose.
Oh my God, J-Lo would be amazing, especially because she's such an incredible dancer herself. So it's like,
I feel so honored. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Question number 4: if you could be on any dance reality competition show, which one would it be?
That's so fun. It's a fun story. I was actually supposed to be on Dance Moms a few years back before the show.
Oh my God, you would be perfect.
Yeah, the only thing is my mom isn't at all a dance mom. She's super like me, and so she was like, I don't know if I want to do this, and I was like, Mom, I want to do it. So of course she wanted to do it for me, but the show actually ended up getting canceled then for a few years, so I wasn't able to do it. But I was supposed to be on that show, and that would have been really fun because the girls are all super nice, and I'm friends with some of them. But also World of Dance is a really awesome competition show that I would love to do. And I don't know, there's so many. They're all really great.
Question number 5: what is your favorite school subject?
Ooh, this is fun. School's really important to me, and I actually I enjoy doing it. I mean, of course, I dread it sometimes, but I think my favorite subject would honestly be science or math, which is pretty random, but I like both of them a lot.
Oh, I think I saw you more like I thought you were going to say like drama or theater, but I like the fact that you math and science is definitely up there for you.
I know, which is so weird. Everyone doesn't like math, but for some reason, I just kind of understand it. I don't know why, but
that is a good thing to have. There's nothing worse than not being able to understand math. Trust me, I'm on that boat. So you're a lucky one. Question number 6: do you collect anything?
Oh, that's a great question. Do I collect anything? I collect, what's funny? I actually collect little like fortunes, which not a lot of people know. I just do that randomly. Like if it's a good fortune and I want to like keep it and kind of manifest it, I keep it. But I don't know. I don't really collect any like specific item, just as I go, little things that I want to keep as memories.
That's good, like memorabilia. Question number 7: what's your favorite animal?
Oh, probably a monkey. I always liked them growing up just because they were really like flexible and like I like being flexible, you know, like kind of just had a lot of energy. They were always fun.
So cute. Question number 8. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh, so many. But I definitely like a good like chocolate chip, just like simple, keeping it and chill, or like cookies and cream. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to any type of food or dessert. I love it all. It's all so good.
Question number 9. Favorite holiday?
Christmas, just because I love getting to kind of come together with the family and go on vacations or trips and stuff. It's really fun and like warming to the heart.
And question number 10, last question. Who's the last person you texted with?
Oh, let me see. Let's see.
Trying to pull out the text messages, the DMs, whatever you want to call them.
I love it. The last person I actually texted was my cousin, who is like my best friend, and we were talking about going on a trip together.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Amelie, you are such a pleasure to talk to. Like, I think we could talk like forever and ever just about a million different things, but I want to thank you so much for coming on here, and I'm really genuinely excited for you. Before we go, feel free to plug in your social media handles or anything you want people to check out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much first off for having me. I love talking to you as well. And yeah, you guys can follow me at Amelie.Anstett, AMELIE.ANSTETT on all handles, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, everything.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow Amelie. I'm going to post all of her social media links in the description box below so you guys can go ahead and check out her work. And you guys can also check her out on Chicken Girls and all of that. Plus, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos like this one. And until next time, we'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.